Hey guys, it's Ashley from Geordie Planner Girl. I just wanted to do a quick update on how I've been using my hobonichi cousin for this year. I know we're only like 1 week into the first month, but yeah, just to give people an idea of what I'm doing. I've seen quite a lot of posts on Instagram and on Facebook on the Hobonichi's UK user group, just asking how people are setting theirs up, how they're using it and how they're finding it. So yeah, just wanted to do a run through of how I've been using mine. So it's in the hand stitched leather tee cover, which I talk about in my previous video, so if you haven't seen that, feel free to check that out in my Hobonichi setup video. I tipped in this kind of dashboard and just for decorative purposes really. And then I've got some magazine cuttings with some quotes that I like, page markers, post-it notes, more post-it notes with quotes, and my word of the year, which is progress. Then I have my yearly overview with my colour-coded key up here, and I just mark off the relevant sections according to what I've got them subsectioned for. And then I use my monthly overview as a habit tracker. So I've got 10 habits that I want to do every day listed here, and if I manage to do them, I just colour them in with my Tombow markers, and if I don't, I just leave the squares blank, which you can see. There are a few blank squares, but that's okay. And then this was my December overview, which was a lot busier than what it would normally be, only because the Hobonichi weeks section in this planner doesn't actually start till January, so I kind of had to use December as an everything planner for the monthly, just so I could get straight into it rather than having to use 2 different planners, and I wanted to just use this straight away. So as you can see, January is not as busy, and this is more of a realistic overview of the monthly ongoings. At the start of January, I was thinking about just doing like a little bit of journaling here on what the day was like and the sort of things that I did, but then I decided that was a bit repetitive of what I was doing already in my daily section, so I scrapped that and then just went back to how I had initially intended to use this page, which was for appointments and key events. And then the rest of the monthlies, I do just have them set up with a few stickers and some future planning appointments and birthdays, things like that, but I'll not go through all of them because there's not really much to see. And then this is my weekly overview. This is the first week of January, so it started 28th of December, and the way I did this, I broke it up into my meal plan at the top, so I did breakfast, lunch, dinner, and then this section I used as the schedule of the day, which I just have from 8 till 8 because I'm not really doing anything that much before and after. Well, on this week I wasn't anyway, and that's just kind of breaking up my day and how it's actually like the, you know, like appointments here I've highlighted, and then I've got the colour coding up here again. And then the task list is things that I've listed here. So my priorities is things that I need to get done this week. And then my secondaries are things that I would like to get done, but not at the detriment of doing the priorities. So they're there anyway. And then the chores and admin, and then for fun. And what I do is I just look at the task list, and if I have any space or if I know I'm going to have a quiet day, I'll just look at what priorities or tasks I want to do that I can migrate over and hopefully get them done. Then I also have this part at the bottom here, which is waiting on, and this part which is keep in view, so things that I just need to be aware of but I might actually not have to do anything with. And then at the bottom I just have my daily step count. So then into the second week, which we are now, again exactly the same way that I've set it up, and I'm finding that this is really like working well for me and that I'm being really productive and actually getting a lot more stuff done. So I try and keep this quite minimal. I know there was quite a few stickers on this one, but I decided I didn't want it to be all, you know, like sometimes using loads of stickers can be quite overwhelming, so I just wanted to try and keep it as functional as I could, and that's kind of the way I'm wanting to plan this year. So what I do on a Sunday is I just sort of block off the different sections ready for the week ahead, which doesn't take any time at all. in my previous planner, my basic astrology, which you guys might have seen if you've had a look at my previous videos on YouTube. It was quite time consuming, although I love this like portability of this, and I do love the paper quality and everything, and the flexibility with it being undated. I was just finding that it was taking too long to set up on a weekly basis, and you know, when you put in all the days, and it was just too time consuming for me. So I did need something that was just already set up, and I could just sort of you know, like customize it to some way that it would work for me without taking too much time. So yeah, I just highlight these, and then I just use the Tombow highlighter just to make them more, you know, stand out more. Nothing too fancy. And then on the daily pages, I just have some journaling. So I'm just gonna flick through here. So I do have this vision board for 2021, which is just some images of the things that I want to focus on and the reminders of my goals. And then I have this boundary building checklist, which is just, you know, learning about your boundaries, what to say no to, what to say yes to. And I just feel like having this printed in here and saying it whenever I just want to look at it and think, you know, am I saying yes to these things, and should I be saying no to more, and vice versa. So yeah, I just have that more as a daily prompt, if anything. And then the daily pages I just kind of use as journaling, which I can't really show because it's quite personal, but I do kind of break it down as well into this part where it's like time blocked. So even though on my weeklies I do have the schedule listed, which you've just seen, this is more of an ideal schedule. This is, you know, I want to do this tomorrow, this is how I hope the day is going to go, kind of thing. And then on the daily pages, what I do is I just look back and see from my intention on my schedule, my weekly, did I achieve that, and how was my day actually broken up. So that's how I do that. And then yeah, I just again have some washi on the bottom, but I don't actually have any, you know, so like I do have this die cut from Lauren Phelps, and yeah, just keeping it quite functional for me. And it's just got my daily ramblings, nothing important. And the quality of this paper is just so beautiful. I'm so pleased that I finally discovered hobonichi and that I took the risk, because I was a bit skeptical of it being A5 size, and I was worried it was going to be too heavy and that I wouldn't be able to carry it. But honestly, it's just such, like, it is a heavy planner, but because it's such a joy to write in and to feel the quality of the paper, it's like you don't mind having a sore shoulder after carrying it. So then what else do I have in the back here? I have some sections which I've broken up for different things like shopping. So in here I just have some breakfast meal ideas, some lunch ideas, which I went through in my last video, dinner ideas, some expenses, which is just covered there. Then I have a to buy wish list, a study timetable of how I want to break my day up, a weight tracker, and then I just have these, you know, like favourites or some movies that I've watched. I just wrote something up about them, what I liked and what rating I give them. Then I have this My 100, which I have done as 100 things that make me happy, and it's quite basic. It's not really anything that costs money, it's just something that's really easy to do, like reading, writing, exercising, journaling, lazy Sundays, stuff like that. Then I have a mood tracker, which I've just color coded rather here with some different moods, and then I just keep track of that daily. And then what else do I have? So a brain dump. Then I just covered the hobonichi pages, which are already in here because it's in Japanese and I can't read Japanese, so yeah, I just stuck some lined paper just to give us some extra notes here. And then in the back I also have this, oh, I can't really pronounce it, lectum, I don't know, but this is like a slim notebook which I've just tucked in at the back here, And here I just have some, like, my cleaning schedule with some spare tabs and my Lauren Phelps pencil board. And then this is kind of like a reference book, which I've got here, my planner schedule. Now I did just do this on notepaper because when I first did it, I wasn't sure if this was the setup that I wanted to do, so I just thought I'd write it in here, and then if I stick to it, then I can actually put it in here. And then it's kind of like a bullet journal because it's got the pages numbered for you with the contents and stuff. So I've got on the first part my renewal dates, things like contracts, so my car insurance and, you know, things like utility bills and stuff. When do they all come to an end, just so I can keep track on things and, you know when I need to renew, like car tax or get my car MOT'd. And then on this section as well, I also have this UK sticker shops. So what I've started doing is I've like wrote a list here of the UK sticker shops that I know of and that I want to try, and then I've just sort of, you know, like put here whether they're on Etsy, whether it's a website or both. Then I've got a rating, and then if there's any, like the PR girls on Instagram sometimes post their name and discount code, so I've added that here. And then the review and postage and packaging costs, just so I can keep track of who I really like, if I have any particular comments and who I want to use again. So yeah, I find that's really useful, and the purpose of having it in here is when I transfer to hopefully my next hobonichi next year, I'll just be able to slot this in the back and use it constantly because it's things that won't necessarily change. So it's kind of like, yeah, a reference guide, I guess. So yeah, that's it. Just a quick update and how I'm using my hobonichi cousin. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please feel free to subscribe and give me a thumbs up. And thank you very much for watching.